중이고요. 국제에 대한 경례가 있겠습니다. 그리고 바로 이어서 캐나다 국가 그레이스 리가 캐나다 국가를 부르겠습니다.
So good morning, everyone. I'm the co-MC. My name is Grace, and we're going to be asking everyone to stand to take a moment to bow to the flag, as well as join us and join Grace Lee in singing of the national anthem. So if everyone could please rise. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep thy land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for
People upper Minister of State Multiculturalism. On Peter Kent, MP Stoney. Honorable Mark Edler, MP York Center. Honorable Johnson Room, MP Willowdale. Honorable Tobias and Senator Consul General Sangsuri Consul of Republic of Korea. Okay. Marine Gallo, mainstream community leader. 복실신, chair of KIN. Dr. Rung is Sonil. Canning. 오늘 바쁘신 가운데도 불구하고 창립 5주년 행사를 축하해 주시기 위해 참석해 주신 팀58 복합문화부 국무장관을 비롯해서 연방의원, 상원의원, 주의원, 시의원, 커뮤니티 대표, 한인단체장, 그리고 본연맹 임원 및 회원 여러분, 그리고 한인동포 여러분 만나서 반갑습니다.
I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to come celebrate this momentous occasion with us, our 5th founding anniversary of the KCFC. I would especially like to thank the Honorable Tim Upal, Minister of State, Multiculturalism, and all of the honorable MPs, MPPs, senators, community and association leaders that have joined us today.
저희 연맹은 지난 5년 전에 정부로부터 사단법인 승인을 받은 비영리단체로 캐나다에 있는 모든 한인단체와 한인동포가 단결해 캐나다 정부와 한국 정부 그리고 주류사회와 협력관계를 통해 국가 발전을 이바지하기 위해서 설립됐습니다.
Our mission at the KCFC has been to assist and enhance communications between the Korean community and the Government of Canada, addressing issues and shared objectives. We've also assisted both Korean and Canadian governments in achieving their common goals by leading a harmonious and united Korean community.
바라기는 앞으로 여기 오신 여러분께서 저희 단체를 홍보해 많은 한인 동포가 이 좋은 일에 참여할 수 있도록 도와주기를 바라면서 이만 인사의 말씀을 마치겠습니다. 2014년 12월 22일 캐나다 한인 총연맹 총재 김부형.
My hope is that we, members sitting here today, will work towards raising awareness as a community and as an organization. It is our goal to continue our efforts, commit to contribution, and most importantly, come together to work towards the common good of all Canadians. Thank you.
Thank you.
So if we can please invite Honorable Tim Upal to share a few words with us.
Well, thank you very much, President Kim. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to be here on behalf of the Government of Canada. It's a 안녕하세요. Ladies and gentlemen, it is great to be here to congratulate you on the work that the KCFC does for Canadians. This is so important that you help new Canadians, to help them to integrate. You're helping the community, the Korean community, better communicate with the federal government. It is so important that every community in Canada has a voice in the government, and you're helping to make that voice stronger. So we appreciate what you're doing. I want to also congratulate you on having the youth involved here today. It is so important to involve the youth. I know how important families are to the Korean community. I would say that that's also one of the reasons why we're so proud of the fact that next year, every single Canadian family with children will receive more support from the Government of Canada in the terms of tax breaks and more support for your family. So this is something that's very important, and I think would be very helpful to every family. Also, I know we have a representative from the Korean government here. I'm very pleased that we have signed a historic free trade agreement with Korea that will support more creation of jobs, not only in Korea but here in Canada as well. As you know, we have here in Canada, we've created over 1 million net new jobs since the depths of the recession, and it's partly due to some of these agreements that we have signed with other countries. So, that's with support of people like yourselves, with those people-to-people ties that we have from here, the Koreans living here in Canada, and those back home. So thank you very much, and again, congratulations. I think what we'll do is maybe we can just get my colleagues in the House of Commons and the Senate, and we'll present one of these certificates. And then I actually have a flight very quickly, so I'm going to have to get going, but I have a number of colleagues here to continue on the show.
Thank you, and congratulations to the Federation coming up on the 5th anniversary. It's a great organization, as Minister Uppal said. It has helped establish strong lines of communication with the Government of Canada and with the Government of Korea, and particularly in this very exciting year of our first free trade agreement with an important Asian country, Korea, of course, which, as Tim said, will eventually see when the FTA is fully in effect, virtually no tariffs. 98% of goods between our two countries will travel without tariffs. Excellency, good to see you here today. And if I could just add, given that we've just gone through our week of remembrance here in Canada for Canadian men and women who have served in the service of freedom and liberation over the years, if I could just acknowledge we have a Korean veteran, at least one Korean veteran among us here today. And I must say that every time I visit Seoul, I'm honored to drop in and pay respects at the War Museum, and to thank the Government of Korea for the great respect and honor which is shown Canada in that museum. So great to be with you today. Thank you so much. One last word. Tim spoke about the benefits for families and the young. I'd just like to remind you that those who are in the same generation as myself should appreciate in the next few months, when we fill out our income tax forms, the benefit of income splitting between seniors. So thank you so much.
We're going to invite invite Vice Consul General Sang-Soo Lee just to share a few words.
I should admit that Madam Shinbok-sil is actually from Korean government. 안녕하세요. Honorable Senator Tobias Elvanga and Honorable Chung Sen-long, of course I remember every name, Honorable Mr. Mark Adler and Honorable Mr. Peter Kent. Thanks for finding some time to be here with us today. And 김대행 총재님, 그리고 이순영 부총재님, 그리고 신복질 이사장님, 그리고 이정열 회장님도 오셨네요. 그리고 정명선 회장님도 멀리 차탐 텐트에서 오셨네요. 우리 동포연분 여러분들 감사드립니다. Let me join in congratulating on the 5th anniversary of the KCFC anniversary, and I'd like to thank and appreciate your role in bridging Korean community and the Canadian government. And as you know, the relationship between Korea and Canada is tighter than ever. Prime Minister Stephen Harper visited Korea earlier this year, and President Park Geun-hye made a state visit in September and concluded the free trade agreement. And I think that will further enhance the relationship between the two countries. And I thank for your government effort in that, and I'm pretty sure that it will provide for Korean community more opportunity to contribute in the society. And I'd like to thank once again the KCFC, Kim Beng 총재님, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Honorable Mark Adler, you can please come.
Well, thank you so much, Grace. And 안녕하세요. I am really so honored to be here today, particularly with my colleagues, but in particular all of you. You know, what we're doing here today, celebrating the 5th anniversary of the KCFC, is one of the most ironic but Canadian things we can possibly do. You know, events like this are going on every single day across our great country, where there are people from other countries who come to this great country of Canada, and they celebrate being Canadians, and that's the most important thing. But they also don't forget where they come from. And that's important too, because you can never forget your roots. And being a Canadian means celebrating also, yes, being Canadian, but more importantly, where you come from. And people come to this great country for hope and for opportunity, yes, for themselves, but more importantly for their children. And it's about joining a family. It's about being part of a family, being a Canadian. And the KCFC knows that better than anyone. Because what the KCFC does, it doesn't forget the other Canadians who are, yes, Korean, but maybe not Korean. But, no, this is an important point. Being part of a Canadian family means when one of your other family members are down, you reach down, you grab them by the hand, you pull them up, and you make sure they're standing on their own 2 feet before you let go. And that's what organizations like the KCFC do. And that is what it means to be Canadian, to promote those values. Because living in a democracy, living in freedom like we do, we have responsibility. It doesn't come free. We have responsibility to each other. And that is what it means to be a great Canadian. And so congratulations on the 5th anniversary of the KCFC. Mr. Kim, you're a wonderful man and a great Canadian. And keep spreading those Canadian values of freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. God bless Canada. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
And if I can ask the Honorable Chung Soon-myung to stand up. Thank you.
안녕하십니까. I learned how to say that when I was in Taiwan in the 50s. The Korean ambassador Kim Chin was my father's golfing buddy in Taiwan. But so he taught me how to say more polite form of that greeting. Anyway, distinguished guests, Your Excellency, and President Kim, it's a pleasure to be here. I learned in politics that if you have to be the third or fourth speaker, you better think fast because everything that you've said or you will say has already been said by someone else. So I was thinking fast and I said, yes, Korea and Canada has lots of ties together. If you're sitting on the Canadian side, actually no, let's start from the Korea side. On the Korea side, if you remember Dr. Schofield, what he did in Korea, if you remember Canada's participation in the Korean War, and then subsequently, if you, when Korea did not produce enough ginseng, they buy North American or Canadian ginseng. And recently, when I was in Korea for the free trade agreement, I realized that they have opened up the market for Canadian beef. And Canadian beef is wonderful for either bulgogi or kalbe or all of those food that we enjoy so much. And recently, there's another Korean company here that has mixed Chardonnay with shochu, which is doing very well in Korea. So these are the areas where Canada touches Korea. Now where Korea touches Canada, there's really a long list of things. If you drive a Hyundai, a Kia, a Daewoo, or you use a heavy machinery of either Hyundai, Daewoo, you are buying a Korean product. If you ride one of those the elevated subway systems in Vancouver, it is a Korean product. Oh, by the way, there is a Canadian subway system in just outside of Seoul. It's in Yongin, and I started that in 1986 when I first introduced the UTDC system to Korea. And also today, if you use a Samsung product, you're touching Korea. If you use a LG product, you're touching Korea. And more recently, if you go around dancing like Gangnam Style, you're touching Korea. So thank you very much. And I also want to present President Kim on a wonderful 5th year anniversary for this the Korean Community Federation of Canada 5th anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you. So if I can call up Senator Tobias Verga.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I know you're right, Changsin, because when you're the last one to speak, they've spoken already. They already told everybody what you're supposed to say. But anyway, I was in Korea last July, and I visited the war memorial there, and I was so impressed with how what we did with our war veterans there, and I was doubly honored because one of the first nation who helped the Koreans in the Korean War were Canada, but in Asia was the Filipinos. The Filipinos was one of the first soldiers to go to help the Koreans, and I was doubly honored because being a Canadian senator and actually born in the Philippines, so they told me they dragged me from one case to another for pictures because we have the Canadian on this side and the Filipinos on the other side. So thank you very much for that, and I'm so honored because it's never occurred to me before that being a Canadian and being a Filipino at the same time will be such a great joy for in Korea. At the same time, I know that the relationship within Canada and Korea has grown so much because for all you know, our deputy leader is a Korean, Yona Martin, for those who doesn't know him. See, Yona Martin is one of the important official in our country. So I'm so honored to be working with her. So with this regard, I would like to thank you again for inviting me. It's such a great occasion, and I wish you will be inviting me in the next anniversary. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, Marilyn Gallo. Okay, please come on.
안녕하세요. I want to thank the President, Joseph Kim, and the Vice President, Sun Young, and all the Board of Directors that are over here, Mr. Kenny, and our honorable guests. Welcome to this organization. I want to say a little bit about our President. Our President, Joseph Kim, I think is the only person that you can, and also sorry about that, Honorable, our Excellency, welcome. He's the only person that can bring so many members of Parliament in one room at the same time. And when Joseph Kim calls, we all answer. And I think that he is loved by many people. He's a hard-working man. And with Sun Young, I remember they come to my tea store to discuss on their, this organization as how to move forward. And I appreciate that all of you all have come forward today to support this organization. I'm one of the board of directors. I'm honored to be part of this organization, and we hope to build this moving forward so that we can address cultural, economic, or social issues that they have within this organization and all levels of government. So thank you very much for coming, and I want to also say hello and respect to one of our veterans. Please give him a big hand, who's right there. And so thank you very much again, and we look forward to celebrating many more events with the Korean with the KCFC Mixed Town Sport. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Marlene. And if we can please ask Pok Sil Shin, the chair of KIN, to please come up and say a few words.
Hi, I'm very happy to see you today, everybody. In a survey, I read when I came in Canada, feel strange, but now I feel like a home. Yeah, that I read, very impressed. We all try to barrier-free integrate into Canada. So today, he asked me to remark, but I prepare with my heart. It's gonna take a time, but please, let me read this. Yeah, I will read here. On behalf of Korean Interagency Network, I am pleased to be part of KCFC's 5th anniversary with all of you and the special honorable guest. The Korean Community Federation of Canada committed to the establishment of sound, mutual, and bilateral relationship between the government of Canada and Korea by providing a platform where various communication channels will thrive. Thanks to the Honorable Minister, Multiculturalism Team Upper, and the other honorable MPs and the MPP for the government support and encouragement are the very foundation upon which our challenge demand and empower us to be the voice of community. In particular, I would like to give thanks KCFC Chair Joseph Kim Bu-hen, who organized today's event. He has access to both Korean community in GTA and the Canadian government for many, many years to help achieve their common goals by leading harmonious and unifying Korean community in Canada. I am very impressed what he put his effort. Today is his day, and today is bilateral relationship Canada and Korea. The reason I am here, there are two kinds. I like to introduce our community social services, which is a non-profit organization, and the bilateral relationship Korea and Canada. I would like the KIN mission is Korea coordinated service program and the resources of our member 16 organizations from the Korean Canadian community and the mainstream agencies to provide leadership role in the identifying and meeting the need of Korean Canadian community in GTA. The mission will be undertaken cooperatively by members of the 16 non-profit organizations. The core objectives are to share information about the program and the services, and to develop joint project programs and joint funding, and also to update and maintain a service and the program inventory of Korean services and the resources. In spite of the government support, most of the non-profit organizations in Korean community GTA, currently we have problems due to lack of government fund to serve the Korean newcomers. I like to ask you to help more. That's really I want today to say to you honorable members. Yeah. So it was a good chance to talk about these two government representatives. And second, as I already mentioned, thanks Canada, Korea has bilateral relationship, which is a historical connection and the Korean War, and also, as you know, FTA. So, and probably nobody mentioned about, 100 years ago, Canadian missionary, 184 Canadian missionary assist in the modernized Korea's education, hospital, and the medical system. They sacrifice. Like first one, John Gale. Do you know John Gale missionary? He is the first one, but he died when he was young in Korea. And maybe you know Dr. Schofield. Maybe you're gonna be surprised, and I like to you visit. There are the missionary vision fellowship gallery in Etobicoke. Some church member with his just own money, he made a gallery for memory of the Korean Canadian missionary. I visited twice, tearing, so much thanks to them. They sacrifice, That's why I like to mention about this today. And the second one, as you know, Canada in Korea War, 1950s. 26,791 Canadian soldiers dispatched to the Korea, and 516 died in action. Also, 379 were laid to rest in UN cemetery in Korea, most of them in Busan. They celebrate this year too. Thank you, Canada. We will never forget about it. I tried to make a quilt, that's why. I made 2 meter by 2 meter. Oh, Canada, maybe some of you saw that at the H-Mart many years ago when we have a New Year celebration. Yeah. Also, Canada has always support Korea in the position of the inter-Korean relations and in the continued effort to improve relationship with North Korea and to lessen tension on the peninsula and push for the eventually reunification. That's we wish, you know. My mother, she wished, but she passed away. Before I die, our wish come true, hopefully. And last one, let us celebration 2014 by becoming a new strategic partnership. Korea-Canada Free Trade Agreement, FTA. President of Republic of Korea Park Geun-hye state visit Canada September 2014, September 21 to September 22. Okay? So Prime Minister Harper celebrate the signing of the historical Korean-Canadian FTA. Canada was the first FTA in the Asia-Pacific region. It covers virtually all sectors and aspects of the Korea-Canada trade and investment as well as people-to-people change. You know, maybe everybody expect a new strategic plan in the future about visa student and working holiday programs and transportation technology, import technology. They do survey system technology, excellent. Yeah, those kinds of things, you know. I just to think, and maybe even the ambassador of Korea, he mentioned last our community meeting. Yeah, so also to Canada, those Canadian businessmen and the English teachers to Korea, those kind of things, you know, new strategic plan, you know, yeah, I wish. And I wish today's event reduce a gap between us. We are trying our best for barrier-free integration into Canadian society. Thank you for listening our problems and appreciation of Canada. Let us celebration today for vision of Canada bilateral relationship. Thank you.
I invite City of Toronto Councillor Raymond Cho just to say a few words if he could.
Good afternoon. 안녕하세요. Oh, I see so many friends, Marlene Gallier, Kevin, and the honorable representatives from 3 different levels of government and so many community leaders. If you allow me, I'd like to start my little speech in Korean and I will switch to English. 죄송합니다. 제가 좀 늦었어요. 오늘 우리 제 선거구역에서 샤프스트로 말 오픈하우스가 있기 때문에 거기 갔다가 여기를 오는데 또 그 앨런 엑스프레스가 또 닫혔더라고요. 그래가지고 참 길로 해서 여기 오는데 좀 늦었습니다. 오늘 우리 김부행 총재가 이렇게 자리를 크게 마련하셨는데 우리 한국 분들도 이렇게 많이 오시고 또 우리 총영사관에서 또 우리 대표로 오시고 또 여기 상원의원, 뭐 국회의원, 참 귀한 자리를 마련하시고 또 이번 코리안 커뮤니티 페더레이션이 5주년인데 아주 행사가 크게 돼서 너무너무 기쁩니다. 예, 앞으로 더 열심히 일해가지고 우리 그 양국 캐나다와 한국 사회를 좀 잘 연결해 가길 바랍니다. Pardon me, I'm really late. I had to attend the grand opening ceremony of Shoppers Drug Mart in our community. It's supposed to start 11 o'clock, but I begged them. I had to come here, so they started at 10:30, and yet I got stuck at the Allen Expressway. For whatever reason, it was closed, and I had to drive all around. And that was my excuse why I'm late today. A lot of people do know that Joseph Kim, he's a community builder, especially two countries, the best country in the world, Korea and Canada. And he has real solid conservative values, and no wonder that we have so many VIPs. It's really hard to make a little speech after excellent speaker like Shin Bok-sil. She did a lot of research. After a little remarks here, I have to run to my community. They have a Santa parade, and I have to be there. So nice to see my good friend, our MP Peter Ken, Honorable MP Leung, the Senator, and another MP. I prepared a little plaque to congratulate Joseph Kim, and after reading, I will present this to him, and then I have the excuse to next event. On behalf of the Toronto City Council and 2.8 million Torontonians, it gives me great pleasure to extend my warmest congratulations to the Korean Community Federation of Canada, KCFC, on the occasion of their 5th anniversary. I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to Joseph B. Kim for his outstanding leadership, hard work, dedication, for doing voluntary work in the Great Toronto Area as a Canadian Korean. He has played an effective role to assist the Korean Canadian community in communications with the government of Canada in addressing various issues and to share the founding objectives of KCFC. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Joseph Kim, the members and the volunteers of KCFC for their continued profound commitment to the Korean community. I wish KCFC every success in all future endeavors. God bless you all with good health. Dr. Raymond Cho, Toronto City Councilor. Thank you very much. 감사합니다. Congratulations. Pardon me, I have to excuse myself again.
Thank you very much. Dr. Ken Ng, the chairman of Chinese Chamber of Commerce, if you can please.
안녕하세요. Honored guests from the Canadian government and Your Excellency from the Korean government, and our good friend from, of course, Senator and President Kim, Madame Lee, and the board of directors from the KCFC. It's a great honor and pleasure for me to share this celebration with you, and on behalf of the Federation of Chinese Canadians in Markham and York Region, and also the Canadian Federation Intercultural Friendship. We look forward to have a closer tie and working together for the betterment of Canada, as mentioned earlier, and we'll certainly strive to do that, and I know Joseph and the team will be able to carry that and work together with us. And our Chinese community loves Korean food, you can see that, and Korean products that was mentioned as well, and Korean singing and dancing, and as a doctor, Korean plastic surgery as well too. That's a fantastic thing. So we look forward to even a greater relationship in many activities in the case of Asia and many activities to come. Okay, it's great for us to see, and we look forward to working with all of you. 감사합니다.
Okay, Honorable David Zimmer wasn't able to attend, so I am going to read this. So I'm delighted to offer greetings and welcome everyone to the Korean Community Federation of Canada's 5th anniversary. This joyous gathering celebrates the notable accomplishment of an organization dedicated to communicating the Korean Canadian community's interests to the federal and provincial governments and leading a harmonious and united Korean community in Canada. As MPP for Willowdale, I look forward to working with the KCFC to advance the progression of the Korean Canadian community. I offer the Korean Community Federation of Canada and all attendees my best wishes for a memorable event. Dave Zimmer. Okay, and this is congratulations to the Korean Community Federation of Canada on your 5th anniversary. I'm pleased to extend congratulations to the KCFC on the occasion of your 5th anniversary. The City of Vaughan has a proud tradition of supporting the many organizations that enhance our strength and diversity. The Korean Community Federation of Canada works with all levels of government to improve the spirit of cooperation between Canada and Korea and to support the Korean Canadian community. This special event provides an opportunity to celebrate the achievements of your organization and its contributions to the greater community. I want to thank everyone involved with the KCFC for their contribution to the rich diversity that strengthens our community and this country. Please accept my best wishes for your successful event. Yours sincerely, Honorable Mauricio Bevilacqua, Mayor of the City of Vaughan. Oh, Marlene's here. Oh, she's already here. Okay, no more. And I think that concludes our the wonderful words that we've heard today. wondering, that dance is called the Taepyeong dance. It's one of Korea's traditional dances.
Surprise, little gift for you since you joining us, and I really appreciate that. This is the bigger one. We'll withdraw big gift. So I'm gonna read 400562.
Thank you.
567.
567. Jason.
야, 제 이름으로 둘째도 나왔구나. 그래,
Thank you. Okay.